getting started, I was thinking about we were going to meet at 3. And I said, I'd really like to meet with everybody a little earlier. So I called this. I have this idea about the second half of the year. I've been planning it all year, and I'm trying to figure out how to, if I can, help the most people I can. And a lot of people, uh, a lot of people have money in retirement accounts, and I got to thinking about that. I really never focused on it specifically. 40 years, I never, focused on it. You're going to live forever, right? But the bottom line is that I decided I came up with a plan, and I want y'all to hear it and give me some feedback. But I got a plan. I think I can help you. High degree of risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, we got a big opportunity the second half of this year that we can make up for some lost years due to mismanagement in our Social Security and all the other things that we've done. And we can do that by being very smart for the second half. I've been talking about the third week of July, and just thinking about things and all. And Neil, congratulations. Navy, Air Force, what were you? All right, Navy. Were you ever stationed in Jacksonville? No, Cecil Field. Okay, gotcha. Where you live now? Oh, okay. Hey, Leroy, how you doing? All right, so I was trying to think about odds. Somebody asked me, they knew I played golf. I'm not very good. I can play with anybody, but I'm not very good because I don't focus on it. I just go out there to get away from this computer. And somebody said, just back during the Tiger Woods where he's beating everybody right and left, he said, I think of trading as putting the odds in your favor, and I think of going up against Tiger Woods. Okay. And I do that, and I think to myself, wouldn't stand a chance. And so, I've dedicated the last 40 years to being a trader, educator, and I feel like that what I've learned is invaluable. I wish somebody would have taught it to me without the millions of dollars I lost learning. Okay. And I lost a lot over the years, trying things, doing things. And, my biggest issue over the years has been over trading. I told people that many times. And if you've ever been with me face to face, where I'm trading in front of you, typically, I could throw out some trades pretty quick, but nobody can keep up because that's the way my mind works all these years. And so I had to slow it down as I was teaching people. But you got a choice here. You can choose to play with the odds in your favor. You get a hand like that, you're going to win. Or with that other hand, try to bluff your way through it. Bluffing doesn't work in trading, doesn't work in poker either. Okay. And so, anyway, you choose the hand. Now, here's the July tickers. Jonathan's going to show these, and we're building our list. We're in day number 2, and we track. This is how we do it. I mean, you got to ask yourself, how does somebody throw out a 92% accuracy rate in May and 100% accuracy in June? Well, you got to have a process. Everybody agree with that? The process of trading. And if you'll remember, we did not start out real fast in June. we waited to make sure we had the 3-day algo in place, and then we started making high odds plays. We're doing the same thing here in July, okay? But if you look at everything, let's just talk about the E-mini. I told people yesterday they ought to buy the E-mini, put a stop down there below 27, and you know, people, I'm sure, put money in their account today. I've got a sell order in at 74. It went up to 71, but I still think it's going to make it to 74, so I'm no rush to get out, okay? Even though I'm up quite a bit. And that's having a plan, okay? It's just pretty interesting. Great, Leroy, the horse race trade, we're going to cover that when we go live today, okay? The NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ. Remember me telling you the NASDAQ last week was sort of losing some of its gas? Y'all remember me talking about that? Well, it played out in yesterday and the start of the day, but it looks like there's starting to be a change. So we'll keep our eyes open there with the NASDAQ, okay? The Dow's been stronger than garlic since the first of the month, and a couple stocks in there I haven't traded in a long time. Sherwin-Williams and Home Depot have had a bid. And that's the play. Berkshire, which is corrected, go back, Jonathan. Berkshire, which is corrected, has a positive reading coming in here. And I haven't traded Berkshire. I own Berkshire, but I haven't traded it in 2 months, but I've got my eye on it, okay? Berkshire. CoreWeave, CRWV, which is up tremendously, looks like it's in a corrective mode, okay? If you look at CoreWeave, okay? CoreWeave. Circle is also in a corrective mode. Why not say that? Because I'm below the monthly open. Everybody see that? CVX is a little positive. Dave has been solid this month. I'm real curious about Dave. Dollar General looks good. You can debate about gold. I called the top on gold at 3,500, and it's still the top. Home Depot, you can see what I'm talking about. It's got a bid. Bitcoin has got a bid. And this is this LFGY. Is Bill Sample here? Bill here? I called Bill. He's a longtime great student of ours. I said, Bill, you need to buy some more of this stuff. With the dividend, he's up just on that phone call I made to him. Minimum, he's up, I'd say 5% counting the dividend so far. This is a stock you ought to look at. It's on that Yield Max. Carol put me onto that. By the way, is Alan Collins here? My long-term student, Alan Collins, is he here? How about Mike from Chicago? Are you here, Mike? Yeah, Mike's a very serious student, and I know this is a big issue for him. Alan, it's a huge issue for Alan. He's gone from Alan's gone from doctor to actor. He's going to be a famous actor in his later life. Starting out at the bottom, right, Alan? You don't start with an Oscar. You got to start work your way up like anything else. Is Tom Delachey here? Tom, that helped me put together MTI. If he's here, we always got to give a shout out to him. I love the new intraday MTI. I mean, it's perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. This stock right here opened the year about 50 something. If it gets back up to 50 and we get dividends from here to there, that'd be a pretty good year with LFGY, wouldn't it? Meta is a stock I've had in my Project Zebra. I said, put your money in it and it'll be better than a money market fund. I hadn't been proven true yet, but I was up 16% in Project Zebra the first half after being down quite a bit. We brought it back. Microsoft is a great company. I've got strategy with MSTR we're going to talk about. I've been thinking about it with MSTR. I've been thinking about that stock and how to participate. I like Michael Saylor, but you can see it's in play. MU, if you look at MU, it's right at the borderline. NNE, I'm big on nuclear sector. It looks like they're correcting after a big move up to 39.40. They're correcting a little bit. OWN is looking pretty good. OWN, Palantir is wait and see still. Silver is slightly positive. Oracle's been a standout. Oracle's been a standout so far in the first 2 days. TQQ, you know, you can make your living trading the TQQ, SQQ. I could teach you how to make your living with those two stocks, TQQ, SQQ. I trade those quite a bit. Sherwin-Williams is on here. You can see it's correcting after a huge move yesterday. I don't know what to make of Tesla. If Elon would stay focused on what he does, that stock would soar. And hopefully he's going to learn a lesson that he's not a politician. Go run those companies. You know, go run those companies. QQQ, if you look at QQQ, notice the QQQ opened the month at 349.73. We're right there at that border, and it hadn't broken out. The SPY, though, which we have a put spread on, we did a trade yesterday on it. It's looking good. XSP, got a trade coming up on that on the weekend side hustle. We're going to put our record on the line, folks. Tomorrow, I will put out a weekend side hustle trade. It'd be the 19th win in a row on a weekend side hustle, grinding it out. 19 wins in a row, weekend side hustle. XSP coming tomorrow. Now, I asked Jonathan this morning, I said, Jonathan, there's a divergence going on in the general market with all the leaders. We got to find out what's moving. And I said, but let's look at the stocks. So far, Tesla hanging in there. Apple looks like a star, doesn't it? Oracle. Maybe it's Oracle's time in the sun. What a great company. NVIDIA snapped back today. E-mini futures. I think the next target is 62.75. We're about 10 points away for today. I'd take that. Maybe take a little less even. That's been a great trade, hasn't it, futures people? Speaking of that, have I taught you how to work that market with futures? I think I have in the foundation, and we had a super class on our advanced futures. Yeah, Jeremy, I'm going to do the weekend side hustle this week. I'm going to do it tomorrow or Thursday. All right, everything that you see below its monthly open is on hold. You see the NASDAQ futures is not quite there yet. Bond futures are a little negative. I thought they were going to take off. And Palantir, boy, that stock's not getting my money this year like last year. I'm up this year. I'm not going to give it back. I'm going to do it. If you want to, if you're in the advanced futures and missed yesterday's class, send an email to row@DTI Trader. But this is the stocks that I guess where the leaders are standing right now. Any questions about this slide? This is a pretty good slide. You ought to probably print this one off and keep your eye on it. We've got the third day coming tomorrow. I'm thinking, just for those that like NVIDIA, Fred's here, as long as it stays above 151, it's a buy. That's what I'm thinking going in for this week. Okay. All right, Jonathan, we're ready to go to the next slide. Now, this was a good report Jonathan put together. By the way, let's give Jonathan a hand because Jonathan worked real hard to do this with no notice this morning, and he's catching up. Everybody's clapping, Jonathan. They're loving your work. Way to go. U.S. non-farm payrolls, July the 5th. That's going to come out on July the 5th. Is that right? July the 5th it's coming out? Is that date right? Check that date.
I'll double check it. You can't always check AI, can you? Or you can't.
No, I think it's July. I don't think it's going to come out on Saturday. I think it's going to come out on Friday or Thursday.
Yeah, it's definitely not coming out on Saturday. That's for sure.
That's for sure. That got my attention when I saw that date. CPI's Eurozone CPI. Okay, I got it.
Payrolls are on Thursday morning time, July 3rd.
Thursday.
Yep.
So the market's going to be open. That's good during that day.
Yeah, Thursday morning. July 3rd, Thursday morning, we're open. We close at like 1 o'clock or so, 1:30.
Yep.
Thanks for catching that. I'll make the change on the slide.
Yeah, good. That's good. It caught my eye when I saw July 5th. I said, wait a second, I think that's Saturday. That's a golf day. All right, Eurozone corporate earnings. You're going to have earnings come out. I think earnings are going to be good because I think that if you look at things, in my opinion, they've got estimates way down based on all the forecasts. If you heard those forecasts, I think they've let tariff thinking screwing up. That's just an example of Wall Street going one way and retail going the other, and retail being right. Okay? I think we can get some real positive surprises with earnings. That's a push for us. Okay? Now, here's the question for you. General question, I'm going to check your knowledge. What can you trade in a retirement account? What can you trade? Are you limited to what you can trade in the retirement account? What got me on this, I have one of my IRAs at a bank, and they won't let me trade a lot of stocks and don't let me trade options in there, okay? And Jimmy says you can't trade futures, can't have margin, you can't, okay? Here's the answer. What can you trade in a retirement account? It depends on your broker. It depends on the broker you use. And I got it. And what you're going to hear from me today, I'm over the top in excitement. Okay? Over the top. Are you allowed to trade options in a retirement account? Depends on the broker you use. Are you allowed to trade futures in a retirement account? Depends on the broker you use. So here it is. My strategy is to develop a second half plan at no charge to you. That's right. I want to pay you for being great customers of mine, and I'm going to give you what I'm doing in my IRA, providing an analysis of stocks that should perform. I'm not leaving anything off the table, so you're going to have to do something for me if you want to be part of this. Go back, Jonathan. I'm play dividend players, leaps. I'm gonna teach you about that, options, anything else that we can make money in our retirement account. I don't want to have restrictions. I don't want to have restrictions. The reason I went this route, my bank, I wanted to buy a stock and it wasn't on their approved list, and I couldn't buy it. It cost me about $15,000 because I wanted to buy the stock in my retirement account. And I said, I gotta start paying attention. So I'm paying attention now. I'm gonna open up a brand new Telegram channel for this. And that's the plan. To be part of this, I want you to have an account you can measure with me. Let me explain what I mean. If you take a portion of your IRA, okay, and put it here, you can compare this second half with what I'm doing there. And I will tell you, you should plan on having a minimum of $27,000 in that account, okay? If you got that much in your IRA, then you're good. The reason I want you to have 27,000 because I'm going to do a lot of stuff that you need at least that much money in there. Okay, does everybody understand that? Okay, so I'm really trying to focus on people that's got money in their retirement account that they can put over here, and we can have some fun the second half of the year. T-Buzz the chimpanzee will rule this account. It won't be it'll be a lot of swing and a lot of stuff. Now, your first step is get involved with me. I want to know who you are. You send it to tbuzztt@gmail. Everybody got that? tbuzztt@gmail. I'm going to give you a referral link, okay, to Tasty Trade I want you to use, okay? Okay, that's okay, Cherry. Neil, if you got 27,000 you can dedicate for this project, I'm fine with it. I'm really going to focus on people that has money laying around and not earning interest off of that we can focus on. I'm working with Tom a lot. We got some things going on, and Tom is a brilliant, as you know, he's the one that helped me do MTI. And he spends his whole day working with his retirement account, and it's phenomenal. And so Tom's really got me going on this stuff, okay? Yeah, you can, Don. So anyway, here's the way it's going to work. Send me an email at tbuzztt@gmail. Get the referral link from Jonathan, okay? Okay. tbuzztt@gmail, okay? .com. Get the referral link. Now, if you don't want to take all the trades and everything, you want to be involved, I'm okay. I'm not charging for this. You can be in there if you want to, okay? Send it to Jonathan Rowe at DTI Trade. I'm going to keep up with who comes in that way. And I want to talk to you a little bit, okay? You should request, if you have an IRA, the works. That's why you need over 25,000 to get it. But you can trade anything in there with the works, okay? They approved me in one day, okay? One day. I was impressed. It just occurred to me, why don't I use futures over it? So I'm going to do that over there, okay? Now, how many people say they want to be part of this? Let me know that, because I'm going to cut it off at some point after I see the response, but I want to have something that you can have as a guideline to help you in the second half, and this is the way I'm doing it. Carrie says, I'm in. Polly, send your email in, Jonathan will assume that you want the referral link. If you want it, you'll get it. How many people like this idea? I've been talking about it all year, and I didn't want to create a new program or anything like that. I wanted to do something for you, and I think this is a good way we can get started. Okay? That sound good? I wish I'd have done it a lot sooner. Fred, you can do everything over at Tasty Trade without any hassle. All right, Polly, get it over there. Again, like I said, we're going to bring technology to fore. I'm going to show you some stuff you're probably not going to see on the street. No problem, Kevin. It's going to take people to do it. Sure, David, I'll be glad to. Why don't you just call me direct? What's the cost of the program? There's zero cost. You got to do a little work though, SP. You got to do a little work. You got to come in through this pipeline. No cost. Not, but once I cut it off, I'm going to tell you. And I do what I'm thinking I'm going to do. There's going to be a cost after this year. But if you get in under the gate, it's not going to be anything. Way to go, Kevin. Hey, Ryder. Well, Pete, if it's close, do it and get it set up because we're really not going to start commencing. I'm going to have a couple setup lessons to talk about these different things, but we won't probably commence till 3 weeks into July is what I'm thinking right now, okay? I want to give it enough time. I want to get to know you. I want you to benefit from years and years of all the mistakes I made where you don't have to make it. Yeah, take your time, Don. Take your time. Get it set. I'll put a date once I hit the exact number and cut this deal off. Not gonna, I'm not gonna leave it open forever. But if I get, I'm thinking somewhere between 50 and 100 people be fine. I don't want to do more than that. Then you're the first to hear what I'm doing. I'll count up and then we'll see. But it just occurred to me, if the same thing happened to you that happened to me, Carol was telling me a story about how she got screwed around with a retirement account and we got her straightened out and it took a while. And I told her, I said, Carol, manage your own money, you'll do better. And she did. You ought to see what she's doing. But that got me going. Then I had the same issue because I never paid attention to it. I got my trading stuff, but I don't have the retirement. I'm paying attention right now. Send Jonathan an email, make sure you're on the list. That's who I'll send. The list will be Jonathan to maintain. That'd be when I call one of these meeting for those people. That'll be the focus. Anyway, I hope this helps and gives us, I want you to take advantage of it, okay? But you want to ask for the works. I didn't know they had the works, didn't pay that attention until Friday. I said, I can trade futures over. Heck yeah. I love futures anyway. So, that was pretty cool. All right, Jonathan, I'd like to, why don't we take about a 10-minute break and let's go to a live market, analyze what we got since we're here. And let's start out, Jonathan, we will, with the horse race. Can you bring the one we had yesterday and add a few extra stocks to it?
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Huh?
I said, yes, that should not be an issue.
Okay. Let's make it happen. By the way, I would need to disclose to you, I'm very good friends with what used to be the owner. He sold it, Tom Sosnoff. He's the one that started Tasty Trade. And I wasn't going to use it, but I'm convinced it's nice to have somebody in charge that understands trading, isn't it? Once we get everybody open, I might have him come speak to you. Okay? For you, Rob, yeah. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Well, Julie, go join my foundation class. John put, if people want to know about their new diffusers, they can go join my foundation class. Put the link in there.
Meaning regular futures first?
Yeah, the regular futures first. Send it to people that want to learn about that because I can teach it in that class. Now, it's going to cost you a little bit. But that's okay. It'll be worth it. No, you don't. That's your choice. I'm just telling you, I'm going to do it. You got a rejected message? Oh, you got two Z's in there. It's TBUZTT. Oh, it's TBUZTT. You got TUBZZ. See it there, Galton? Yeah, what I did, I don't know if you want to do this, but what I did, I just wired the money from my IRA into the IRA there. That was the quickest way to get the money over, rather than go through the system the other way. Worked out good. I was trying it out, and I tried it out by putting 27,000 over there because I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. And then it grew to 35,000. I said, what am I doing? I need to put more money over here. Way to go, Neil. Neil, why don't you put your phone number here? Me and you will talk. Put your phone number here. I'll give you a call. I'm going to write it down if you do it right now. All right, if I call, it'll be on area code 251. Now just go through the process wheel with that link Jonathan's going to give you, okay? I'm pretty excited about this. You know, I've been talking about it all year. I've been trying to think, how's the best way for me to share with you to do it? All right, all right, we'll get you going. I'm down here in Ponte Vedra, Florida now. I used to be in Mobile. Jim, send an email to Roe at DTI Trader and give them a date and everything, and we'll try to make it happen for you.
Tom, what time are you going live on the 4th?
10 o'clock?
10 o'clock Eastern time?
Yeah. That's the plan.
All right, to clear this up, email TBUZ 1Z and then 2 T's. TBUZ. Let me post again. It's right there on the posting. TBUZTT@gmail.com. If you're interested in the IRA trading with Tom, everybody, TBUZTT@gmail.com. Should be able to literally, I would think, copy that from the chat.
Pat, you don't have to. It's just a lot easier to do it. Maybe do a partial or something. Then do the rest once you get over there.
Rob, look at the chat. TBUZTT. 2 T's as in Tom.
Tango Bravo Uniform Zebra TT.
Tango Tango.
Somebody wrote it real nice. Look at what they wrote. We ought to use that. Use that email. That's a good one. Yeah, Carrie, it'll cost you less. Once I get enough people there, I'm gonna go talk to Tom, see if he'll cut it even further for us. They're good to start out with. I see LC, nice one. All right, we're going to go to the horse race and look at things. What happens this time of day? 4 out of 5 days, this time a day on Genesis, you either make a high or low, usually 4 out of 5. When you get a continuation move, and I'll explain what a continuation move is, there's usually a big day. Jim, a little bit more. They're a little bit more, but not, you can see, depends on how you set it up. I'll put it just a little bit more. Okay. Now, if you look at what's happening here, I think Genesis has to take out about, E-mini has to take out about 66, but it's hanging close. Does everybody see that? I think that'd be the high of the day, right, Jonathan? We took out 66. No, it had to take out 70. I told you wrong. It's got to take out 70. Okay? 70. Needs to take out 70. If it takes out 70, well, actually 71, right? Went to 70, 75. It's got to take out 71. That tells you you got a continuation. You plan on a continuation. Your new stop on the E-mini would be about 62, 45 to 50 area. Okay? If that happens. Oh, yeah, Jim, a lot lower. Okay, so we got the dashboard up. Jonathan, explain the benefit of the dashboard for people.
And the dashboard is a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of benefit to it. On the left is a table portion. We have a separate feature called the Portfolio Manager, which is just the table. What the Portfolio Manager does is it shows you which stocks are in their buy zone off the current reference bar, and the row, like on AMD, Cisco, and NVIDIA would be green in that instance. If I double click on NVIDIA, you can see that off the Genesis reference bar, NVIDIA is in the buy zone. So that's your first benefit of the dashboard. The second benefit is you can have these stocks sorting. I've got it sorting based off of strongest at the top and weakest at the bottom. For those that have the dashboard, right click on the table, scroll over horse race sort, choose net open percent descending to have your strongest at the top. And that's going to be sorted as a percentage change from the current reference bar open. So it sorts it down here in the table in the same manner that up here on the horse race feature, the largest green bar is your strongest, so AMD and Oracle. But it's actually sorting them active live down here on the table. That's your second benefit of the dashboard. The third benefit is you can see the chart itself. The background is green based off of a key range from the end of the day yesterday. So we know that NVIDIA is strong day over day as of a key range from yesterday. So that's bullish. And your fourth benefit is the compass chart itself. All those key metrics, like the month open, we're above the month open. But even though we're strong today, we should expect some resistance on NVIDIA at the week open, 158.40. So the gist of it all is it's a ton of information useful to your trading right there in front of you.
Okay, NVIDIA, if you look at NVIDIA, let me tell you how you know you got a continuation move. Did everybody see that 5760 on NVIDIA there? That high? Does everybody see that? That's a continuation move on NVIDIA if you get above that 5760, okay? Which means call spread might be warranted or something like that. Okay. Let's put AMD in there. I'm very interested in AMD. Put AMD in there. Okay, that is a continuation move on AMD when you see that. All right, put the QQQ in there. Not quite there yet. Does everybody see what I'm calling a continuation move here at Genesis? You need to learn this. It's taking out the high of the day or the high of a previous day around this price. You see it now, John? Yeah, it's breaking and basically it's going to push all the way to RB4, which is at 2 o'clock. There's money to be made when you see that. Remember, it only happens one every 5 days because typically the market will run up to the high here and roll over, or be at the bottom like yesterday, be at the bottom and rally. Okay, that's why I told people we had a class last night on advanced futures. I told people I'm going long tonight, and they said, "Well, why?" I said, "Look, Genesis was the low of the day. I know where my wrist is. I think it's going to go to 62.71." And I said, "This is a setup I'm taking tonight." So, I mean, it was so clear. This continue. Genesis is so good if you use it the way I use it. Okay? It's so good. Jonathan, this is a good one. Can we blow up? I'd like you to add, you got the reference bars there. How about adding the monthlies? Monthlies in the reference bars now, and showing how to do that with the horse race. This is really helpful.
With the horse race up top, if you right click on it and you go to setup, you can recheck the boxes you don't have checked yet. So you wanted the month on there, Tom?
Yep, monthly.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you what that tells me. If I look there, I've got a red month for Cisco, right? What's that stock? I can't read it. ARM, red.
Cisco and ARM, right.
Yeah, those are two stocks that are still below their monthly open. That's one of my rules. Trade above. Does everybody see how effective the horse race can be for you in analyzing things this time of day? Here on the second day, building the 3 days. Does everybody see that? That's how it works. All right, I'm going to come back today at 3 and be sure to send the email in. I'm going to start striking off the number of spots I'm going to take on this deal I'm doing. So send it in, and then we'll go from there. Any last minute questions before I head down the highway? That's just a saying, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to have some fun together. We're going to have some fun together. Dave, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what this baby does. It's still undecided. Get involved, tbuztt@gmail. Kerry, that shows you how much money you would have made if you'd have went long or short at that price. Money made. 100 shares. All right, I'll see everybody at 3. Try to be there. We got some other stuff we're going to cover. And I appreciate everybody coming on short notice. It's always fun to get this kind of response. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, Jonathan. Hey, Harold, I didn't see you. And thanks, Tom Delager, for being here. Alan Collins, great to see you. Mike, Rob, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Harold. Never forget it, Harold, when we met. Orlando. Where are you living now, Harold? Back in Louisiana. Okay. Bill, did you get everything taken care of for you? All right. See you on the flip side.